Jadon Sancho 3 years ago was one of the most sought after talents in world football. Jadon Sancho walked through the doors at Manchester United. It was meant to be, the boy is here, the boy is there. The man that they've been preparing for 12 months plus, that he knew, Man United knew, the fans knew, everyone knew that he was going to be a Manchester United player in 12 months' time. They had all the time in the world to plan for him, to plan the system, to plan how they want to play with him in the team, and didn't go to plan. Cheapest and most reliable coins on FIFA 23, then go down below to use them and buy. Top link in description, and make sure to use code Vizeh for 5% off. At the peak of his powers back in the 1920 season, of course, with 32 games played, 25 starting, with 17 goals and 16 assists. Just in the league alone, that is incredible numbers. After the saga was over, he still put in good numbers with, of course, 24 starts with 8 goals and 11 assists. People expected there to be a bit of a transitional period for Sancho, of course, coming from the Bundesliga and performing so well over there into one of the biggest clubs in the world, if not the biggest club in the world, Manchester United. That transitional season, of course, Ronaldo coming through the door alongside with him, that could have been a good thing or a bad thing. Of course, with Ronaldo coming in, of course, that means that there'd be less spotlight on him, and that means that he could just focus and crack into his football. The negative is that the expectations of the club would even get higher because of Ronaldo. Of course, I'm not solely blaming Ronaldo, but of course, that was the situation that he entered Manchester United. First season, 20 starts, 9 off the bench with 3 goals and 3 assists. Leading to next season, Ten Hag, a new era, Ronaldo looking like he's going out the door, and of course a new style of play, and was looking quite promising for the pre-season. Ronaldo halfway stage of the season, and with 10 starts for Sancho, only 2 goals and 1 assist. The promise is there, the talent is there, you can see little glimpses of it, the dribbling ability, weaving through players. All you need is a bit of confidence. But something has clearly happened in the last month, and this leads to a conversation not just about Sancho, but about these young talented kids that seems to get caught up and drowned by the media and expectations, also by the fans as well. Then it makes the world a difference. The one huge factor, of course, being out of the England World Cup squad, of course having memories of the Euro 2020 final, which of course he in fact missed a penalty alongside Marcus Rashford and Bukayo Saka, and of course the weight of that seems to have been playing a big factor onto him. Of course, straight after the news of being took out of the England squad for the World Cup, he blacked out everything on social media, especially his Instagram, with absolutely no trace of him and his whereabouts. And the reason why I say whereabouts is because you would have thought that he'd be with Manchester United with the pre-season training alongside the new restart after the World Cup break. But, of course, as you all know, he wasn't there either. 2 days ago, Jadon Sancho not fit enough to be at Manchester United, and he has been given an extended leave to give time to reflect on where things have gone wrong. It does state that one reason as well for him not being in the England team is alongside his form. Also, he has had elements that Southgate may not see him as fully professional. Of course, giving one a sample here by The Telegraph that for a team meeting before the Andorra game, Sancho was late for the team meeting, in which Southgate has a strict rule that meetings only start when everyone is presented, therefore everyone had to wait for Sancho to turn up. As quoted here by Ten Hag saying he's not fit enough to be here, sometimes there are circumstances with fitness and mood. Now he's on a physical program, and our aim is to get him back as quickly as possible. He was good on tour, but also when the league started, he played some good games like Liverpool, Leicester and Arsenal. After we got a drop of level, what happens sometimes is that you don't know why or what is causing it. And when it comes to young talents at Manchester United, it's not exactly rare that a lot of them do struggle. Of course, one of the best examples is, at the exact same time, Marcus Rashford, of course, who also missed the penalty in the final alongside Sancho. Went through a drop in form, and of course, at the same time, would experience a lot of pressure, and you would imagine a lot of mental fortitude to battle through that. As we have seen in the last few weeks, it looks like Rashford is now coming back to his old self, looking more and more confident in games and starting to get back to that upward trajectory. One huge part of it is that Rashford in media has always been very confident about the way that he thinks and the things that he's going through, and that is one thing that Rashford has done that Sancho has yet to do on a public level yet, which of course only he is ready for that decision. Social media is tough, and of course when you are a young talent with the entire world knowing your name, and with any mistake can go straight at you, of course it's going to play a massive factor into your, not just mental health, but of course onto your physical as well. Football is tough. No matter how much money you may think that a player may have, it is incredibly tough, especially when you consider the amount of pressure that they'll be on a day-by-day basis. And also, when it comes to the World Cup that just went by, it was this type of event that he should have been ready for, that he should be able to show the world, as he's not too young now. At the age of 22, it's at this moment that he should be lighting up and taking advantage of when the World Cup comes about. As of right now, we don't know when we will see Jadon Sancho back, if we will ever see him back in a Manchester United shirt. Will he be allowed to go out on loan? Would he want to go out on loan? That's a question that only he would know. So, what is the problem at Manchester United? Is it the tactics? Is it the system? Of course, at Dortmund, you can say, well, it is a worse league, but he was performing exceptionally in the Champions League. Clearly, it is a system, and with Ten Hag, of course, we all know that he wants to play a fast, fluid, attacking style of play. So the question is he good enough for Manchester United? Only you guys are watching week in, week out can answer that question for me. Can he turn this around? Can he get back to where he once was, or will we forever be seeing this as a missed opportunity? Mentally, it is very clear that Sancho really backs himself, and he backs himself to be the best player that he knows that he can be. And of course, it is clearly hurting him that at Manchester United it just isn't working out right now, and mentally that must be demolishing him. And the more times that you attempt to get out there and still be the best man you can possibly be and still letting yourself down, that is only going to hurt him more and more. I think that this break is the best thing for Sancho, and I think that this is great man management by Ten Hag. For a young man with his age, he needs some time to think about himself and to think about what he wants to do, and this is the best chance and the last chance that you will get. It's a tough situation because at Manchester United he knows that you won't have that many chances, and with Ten Hag it looks like he trusts him, and it looks like he really cares about him and wants the absolute best. Hence why not many managers, I don't think, will just let their player go to sort out himself. If you're a person on social media and when you see a person that gives in a bit of a not great performance and you go in at them on social media, just don't. You may think that they should just be able to handle it because they earn this much money and they have this sort of lifestyle, but genuinely, the most important thing about all this is that everyone's human. And that's the most important thing about Sancho, and I hope that we'll see him again very soon. With Ronaldo now gone at Man United, it's a new era now, absolutely, with Ten Hag, and he should really take advantage of this. Let me know your thoughts down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.